Welcome to the start of the 6-year anniversary beginner guide series. My whole goal with this, honestly, is to make sure that you have the best, most enjoyable experience with Global Dokkan's upcoming anniversary. And to do that, of course, I'm going to upload a bunch of guide videos for you guys, starting with today's topic, which is team building. But of course, there's a lot of other important aspects to Dokkan besides team building, even though team building is very important, which is why we're doing it today. But let me know right now in the comment section below what other specific guide videos would you like to see. I'd be more than happy to help you guys out with that, okay? And if you guys do have any questions from this video, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you guys clear that confusion. And of course, while you're down there, consider liking the video only if you did like the video, right? And consider subscribing. I really do appreciate any and all support. Let's hop straight into this video. So the most important thing I'd probably say when it comes to team building, which many people don't even talk about, all right, and a lot of people overlook, is patience. All right, don't compare your team to other people's teams, and be patient with yourself, okay? Because if you look at a lot of other content creators, including myself with specific videos, you'll see we have pretty powerful teams. You're not going to have the strongest team in Dokkan if you just started playing, or if you just came back after taking, you know, a few weeks, months, years off the game. So just keep that in mind, okay? Now that you understand that, let's actually hop into the team building aspect of this game. So as you guys can see on the bottom portion of my screen, there's 5 different options. We have home, team, summon, shop, exchange. Make sure to click on the team option right there. And then we have a bunch of different options here. Don't worry about all the other options. Let's just focus on the team aspect for now. Okay, so click team. It's on the top left right there. Boom. Okay, so now we have 6 different character slots. Okay, now building a team in Dokkan requires 6 of your own units. Eventually you will have 7 units on your team because Dokkan requires you to bring a friend unit whenever you're taking on a specific event, or any event actually. But Dokkan requires that you bring 6 of your own, so keep that in mind. Now, if I were to hop into any event right now with this AGL SR Goku, what Dokkan will do is fill up the last 5 remaining slots here with physical Cybermen units. Yes, they suck. They will get you killed in any event. So please, 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 even if you don't have the greatest team, just fill this up with anything randomly, okay? Because anything is better than a physical Cybermen. Keep that in mind, okay? Now, to actually start customizing your team, building your team, you want to click on the change all option right here. And as you guys can see, I can see my units, and I can see who I'm actually adding to the team, right? Now, of course, it's not all of my units, but this is just, you know, a bunch of SSRs and stuff I have in my box. Now, keep this in mind, all right? Probably the most important, you know, part of a team is your leader skill, okay? Or your leader unit. Your leader unit is going to be buffing your whole team. So you need to make sure that your leader skill is going to be able to be applied to your whole team. You say, Mr. Baby, what do you mean by that, right? So let's say I go ahead and bring this Goku. As you guys can see, if I click confirm, you'll see there's a little actual, like a leader label on top of my Goku. That means that he's the leader skill, or he's the leader unit. The first unit you put on here is going to be your leader. Let's take a look at his actual leader skill though, okay? His leader skill is AGL, Int, and Physical type Key +1, all right? Before we even take a look at how good of a leader skill this is, let's try to figure out what this means in terms of actually building a team. So this means that since he's a leader, I only want to bring AGL, Int, and Physical type units. Because let's say I bring an STR type unit, right? Let's say I bring this Pan. This Pan is not being buffed by this Goku because this Pan, as you guys can see, is STR, right? Up here, she's STR. This Goku only buffs AGL, Int, and Physical. To make this process easier for you, by the way, what you can actually do is filter your box, right? By the leader skill. So again, he buffs AGL, Int, and Physical. So now I can see every single unit that will fall under this Goku's leader skill. So no matter who I put here, every single person is falling under Goku's ability to give Key +1 to AGL, Int, and Physical type units, okay? Now, let's take a look at whether that's actually a good leader skill. What defines a good leader skill in Dokkan, right? A good leader skill is someone who can give you Ki, just like this Goku does, but can also buff your HP, your attack, and your defense. There's a lot of leaders that give you, you know, key and attack. Sometimes they give you attack and defense. Sometimes they only give you HP and defense, right? They're not bad, right? Especially when you're starting the game, it's going to be very tough to find the greatest leader. I mean, let's say you start the game, you just start summoning. You might actually pull, you know, a decent unit that can actually give you a decent leader skill. But when you're starting out the game, you're not going to have the craziest leader skill off the bat. So you need to make sure you're doing what's best for you. I'll give you guys another example. Let's say I was going to bring this this intelligence Goku right here, right? This intelligence Goku is giving AGL, tech, and int type HP and attack plus 20%. So every unit that falls under this leader skill will be giving this Goku will be giving 20% to HP and attack to every AGL, tech, and int type character on this team. So of course, if there's someone that's actually not on this leader skill, they will not be getting buffed. Keep that in mind. But now let's take a look at someone who can actually buff, right, all of those stats. So STR Pan, where's she at? Let me actually go ahead and clear out this filter. STR Pan is actually a really good example of a unit who's honestly has a pretty good leader skill, because she gives 2 key, she gives tech and STR type, 3 key actually, and 30% to HP, attack, and defense. So even though she's limited to only giving it to tech units and STR type units, she's still giving 3 key, which is very powerful for getting your super attacks off, and 30% to both, and actually not both, but all 3 HP, attack, and defense. This is the definition of a good leader skill. Of course, you know, we have units in the game that give 177%, but don't worry about that right now, okay? This is the basics. So let's go ahead and bring Pan as our leader, okay? This is actual leader now. Again, she only buffs tech and STR type, so we have to filter our box. We don't have to filter, but it makes it easier for you. Filter your box by tech and STR. Now we can see every single unit that will be, or that can be, under Pan's leader skill. So I can bring this, you know, Bunny Boom if I wanted to. I can bring this Goten if I wanted to. I can bring Toa. I can bring this SSR Goku, and I can bring this Tech Goku. Now every single unit on this team right now is being led by Pan, and she's giving 30% to all stats, HP, attack, and defense, and 3 key to this team. So even though this team is not the greatest, right, like something like this team would be, this team can definitely work out for beginner players. All right, now let's take it up just one step. Okay, let's just take it up one step. When it comes to team building, another very important factor is units who can support other units, and obviously those types of units are very, very powerful. A really good example would actually be, let's say let me actually bring this intelligence Goku, because this guy's very, very good. Well, he's not really, really good, but you get the point. He gives AGL, tech, and int type, HP, and attack plus 20%, right? So now that we have our leader skill, we need to start actually filling out the team with, again, int, tech, and AGL. So if I just filter int, tech, and AGL, I can bring any unit I want, because again, they'll be falling under this guy's leader skill. But there's some units that are going to benefit you more than others. For example, if I'm going to bring this int Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I mean, he's pretty good, right? He does a lot of things. It's not really too important. But what would be better is for you to bring a support type unit, because support type units, especially when you're starting out, even if they're not going to be awakened or anything, they can definitely help make the team, you know, work a lot better together. So for example, let's say this int Goku, where's this this LR int Goku? You're not gonna have them. You're not gonna have this guy when starting out. But just to give you an example of what a support unit does, right? From their passive skill, this guy gives super class allies 2 key and 30% to attack and defense, right? Super class basically just means that this guy is a hero, right? Basically, if you play Legends, not if you play Legends, right? Obviously, Dragon Ball has your heroes and then your villains. So Goku is going to be a super class unit, super, right? Because he's a hero, or he's a hero. But someone like Bojack is going to be extreme because he's a villain. So if you ever see, you know, a unit give extreme class 20% to attack, that means that they're going to give like bad guys 20% attack. If it says super class allies 3 key, it means they're going to give the heroes of the game 3 key. Okay, so obviously Broly would be extreme class. Obviously someone like Oob is going to be super class. Hopefully you guys get the point, right? But again, when it comes to team building, if you guys are able to actually find any support units, they're definitely going to help you build your team and give you guys more support when actually taking on a specific event, right? Now, let's just say you're a little bit more advanced than this, right? You actually have a good amount of, you have a decent amount of units in your box. Then you might want to consider, right, looking at categories, because every single unit in the game, except for maybe I think 1 or 2, have a bunch of different categories, right? This is like the next level of team building, right? So let me go ahead and give you guys an example, right? Let's go ahead and just use, let's use this Broly, right? This Broly gives the pure Saiyans category. So every single unit in the game that is a pure Saiyan, so Vegeta is a pure Saiyan, Goku's a pure Saiyan. Obviously, Gohan is not, because Gohan is a hybrid Saiyan, so hopefully you guys get the point. If they're a pure Saiyan, he gives 3 ki and 120% to HP, attack, and defense. He also gives extreme AGL, 3 ki and 100% to all stats. Honestly, if you're starting out, this is a very, very, very good leader skill. Let's say that he is going to be your leader unit. Like I said before, what you want to do is go ahead and filter your box by that specific pure Saiyans category, right? So what you want to do is go ahead and click the category option right here, and you want to find pure Saiyans, okay? So you just want to scroll down. Pure Saiyans will be right here, okay? Now you can see every single unit, right, that's going to fall under this AGL Broly's leader skill, right? He leads pure Saiyan. So I can go ahead and pick this Goku. I can go ahead and pick this Vegeta. I can go down here and, pick, Shugesh, the homie Shugesh. I can go ahead and pick this Kaba. I can even pick this Nappa, right? And this is going to be a pure Saiyan team. Not really going to be the best team, but a lot better than what we built before, right? Now we're utilizing the category system that Dokkan has, okay? To build better teams. Categories is like the next level up, like I said, when it comes to team building. If you can start building category teams, they're definitely going to be a lot better than your, the other category, the other, STR and physical type leader skill, or like the AGL and int type leader skill, or 3 ki and 10% attack to all physical types. Hopefully you guys get the point, right? Now, one last thing I'll mention in this video. Hopefully you guys are understanding this. Again, if there's anything that I'm leaving out, let me know in the comment section below. It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard, trying to explain the way this works. Even though it seems like it could be an easy thing, it's actually pretty. There's a lot of moving parts in it, so I can understand if someone's a little confused, which again is perfectly okay. Let me know what I can do better, and let me know if you guys have any questions. So the last thing I'll mention when it comes to team building, and this portion of team building you should not really worry about, okay, unless you're a little bit more advanced into team building, and that's going to be a character's links, okay? Now links, every single unit has. Basically, this allows units to work better together. So you have your leader skill here. Let's just say, right? Let me go ahead and I'll just bring SSRs here. Let's go ahead and bring Bunny Bulma, right? Bunny Bulma's leader skill is actually attack plus 15% to all types. So no matter if you're an extreme type, no matter if you're a super type, no matter if you're AGL, tech, STR, int, physical, whatever it is, right? She's going to give 15% attack to all types. Definitely a pretty good leader skill, right? However, her links are going to allow her to continue to work better with specific units. So she has the money link. These are all the links right here. She has Brainiacs, Guidance of the Dragon Ball, Solid Support, Your Incredible Adventure, and Scientist. These are not really the greatest links in the game, but again, this is just to show you guys what I'm talking about. Now, what you would probably want to do, right, is to find units that have these specific links, right, to make sure that they link up. If you ever hear anyone saying, oh, this unit doesn't really link up that well, it's because they don't really share that many links, or their links are pretty weak. So how would I do this, right? How would I go about finding a unit that has the money link, right, for example? So again, actually what you could do is click on the link itself, and you'll see all the characters that you have available that actually have this. If they're kind of like grayed out, it means you actually don't have these units. If they're highlighted, it means you actually do have these units, right? But to find them in your box, because again, if you have let's say you have a pretty large box, right? It's gonna be pretty difficult to find specific units, right? So what you want to do is go back to favorite, and you can filter your box by specific links as well. So you want to go down here, you want to click select link skill, and you can actually type in whatever link you want. So let's do money. You click on that, and now we can see every unit that I have in my box that actually has this link. So let's say I were to bring this Intelligence Bulma, right? If I were to run these two on the same rotation, if I were to run these two on the same team, they're going to share the money link that gives keep +1 and a little bit of defense. Okay, Dokkan recently added link level grinding, which means you can actually grind the higher the level of the link, the better the link the better the effect will actually be, right? So I'll give you guys a quick example so you understand what I mean by that. And again, don't really worry about this again if you're not really too advanced, but let's go ahead and I mean, I guess I can take a look at this. So this Bulma money link is at level 1. The max a link can get is actually level 10. Okay, at level 1, the money link gives you 1 key, which is not really the greatest, but you know, it's better than nothing, right? However, I have my Android 18 here at level 10 links. Okay, this takes a while to do, right? So again, do not worry about this. This is something you worry about towards the, like, when your box is pretty good and you know you want to focus on grinding a lot of units. But this money link, once it's at level 10, gives 20% defense and 2 key. 20% defense and 2 key. That is a very powerful link. Okay, not many links get to 20% defense. I think Big Bad Bosses has 25% to attack and defense. There's a few links that have over 20% to any attack or defense, but this is a very powerful link. Obviously, the higher level it is, the better the effect will be. So again, if I were to run, let's say I were to run all these units here, every single unit on this team will share the money link. Okay, so keeping into consideration your links as well as leader skill will allow you, right, to go ahead and build some pretty decent teams. Let me give you guys another example. Okay, let's say I'm going to run this Tech Trunks, right? Let's take a look at his leader skill. His leader skill is Tech type 2 key and 50% to HP, attack, and defense. Exactly what we want, right? Pretty good leader skill. So let's go ahead and filter by Tech type, because again, he only leads Tech type units. Let me go ahead and filter out. Yeah, beautiful. So these are every single unit here, right? Every single unit will fall under Trunks' leader skill. Even though Trunks is a super type, even if I were to put Raditz here, which he's an extreme, he's obviously a villain, right? He still falls under the leader skill because this guy's leader skill is only Tech type, not super Tech type or anything like that, just Tech type. So very good. Okay. Anyways, now that we have filtered by tech units, let's go ahead and take a look at a specific link. So let's look at some solid support, right? Solid support is it's a pretty decently powerful link. It does give a lot of attack and is able to actually lower the enemy's defense, which is pretty valuable depending on the unit, right? So let's say we wanted to build a team that's all tech but also has the solid support link. So of course what we're gonna do is go back into here. We already have it filtered by tech. Go ahead and go to links, and we can take a look at solid support, right? Now we can see every single tech unit in my box that has the solid support link. So I can run every single one of these units, and when they're together on the same team, that one link they'll definitely share, of course, is solid support. Now this comes in handy, especially when later on in the game, because what's going to happen is you're going to have units that share 6, 7, 8 links. Not 8, sorry. The max is 7, but you guys, I got a little carried away there. But having units share every single link, right, on the same team becomes very powerful. Let me show you guys just a quick example. Let's go to STR and intelligence, right? I'm going to filter this. So let's take a look at these two units right here. This Vegito, once he fuses, has Super Saiyan, Fuse Fighter, Prepare for Battle, Legendary Power, Power Absorbed by God, Kamehameha, and Fierce Battle, right? These are all of his links. Of course, when this guy fuses into Vegito as well, he has Kamehameha, Prepare for Battle, Fuse Fighter, Legendary Power, Super Saiyan, Power Absorbed by God, and Fierce Battle. They share 7 out of 7 links. They're also both on quite a few different category teams, right? They both have Potara together because they're both Potara fusions. They're both on Majin Buu Saga. They're both on Joint Forces. They're both on Super Saiyans. You can run these guys on the same team and have them share every single link. You guys can only imagine how powerful having these two units next to each other is, right? They're going to do a lot of damage. But again, this isn't something you really should focus on in the beginning of the game, all right? If I were to go ahead and make a tier list or something of things you should focus on, just focus on understanding your leaders, right? Getting a good leader. Go ahead and let's rock this STR pan again. She's Tech and STR, right? Tech and STR. Let's go ahead and filter. Tech and STR. Let's go ahead and just bring any unit we want here. Once you're able to build a decent team by doing this, then take it up just one step, right? And maybe try and implement, you know, a better leader, right? Maybe try to awaken this unit, which we can look at that in a later video. We're not really focused on awakening units here, right? But taking it to the next step could be adding a category leader if you have one, right? Or increasing the power of your leader skill, right? Awakening that unit if you can. But if you can't, then try and focus on having units that share the same links. Not all of them, but at least a few links to, again, increase the power of your team. It's going to be a very, very slow process, but it can definitely help you out in the long run. This is something that's going to take a lot of patience, a lot of time for you guys to figure out. But of course, the more time you spend trying to build teams, the more fun you have with it, the better off you're going to be, especially in the future, okay? So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully I explained that well. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything, complaints, let me know in the comment section below. I'm going to help you out and clear that confusion as best as I possibly can. Okay? And of course, if you did enjoy, hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.